Good morning, I am Serenity.
And I am
Karina.
It was up there.
Today is Friday, November 11, 2022, the 66th day of school. Happy Veterans Day.
We are glad that you're here today. I hope that you left your average on at home or on the bus and you're ready to have a respectful and responsible day.
Ready means being in the right place at the right time with the right stuff. Respectful means treating others the way you want to be treated, and responsible means doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort.
Speaking of responsibility, our first responsibility is to be ready to show respect for the rights that we have in this country and at this school.
We do this by daily saying the Pledge of Allegiance, the school pledge, and doing a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge.
I
Pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I will be respectful for myself, my teachers, and all who I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I will work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be.
Please reflect silently on your day, your activities, and what you hope to accomplish.
My name is Kelsey.
And I am Autumn.
Another responsibility that we have is to try to keep each other safe by slowing down the spread of germs.
We do this frequently, washing our hands. When we wash our hands, we want to use soap and water or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
When we wash our hands, we want to get all parts of our hands, the palms of our hands, the backs of our hands, in between our fingers, our fingertips, plus our wrists and our thumbs.
When we wash our hands, we want to do it for at least 20 seconds, so let's wash our hands.
Now that we have washed our hands, done our pledges in a moment of silence, let's get started with birthdays.
Happy birthday to Leela Medina, who is 5. Happy birthday on Saturday the 12th to Isaac Marino, who will be 11. Kylie Jackson, who will be 8, and Annabelle Soretto, who will be 7.
Happy birthday on Sunday, November the 30th to Zoe Montz, who will be 9. Please make sure that you come to the media center to get your birthday ribbon. Our next responsibility each morning is to make our lunch choice.
For lunch today, we should be having personal pan pizza, baked sweet potato, crunch broccoli cheese, and orange wedges.
We do know that if you don't want personal pan pizza, you can always get PB&J or your yogurt muffin.
Here to tell us about the weather is
Wilbur.
Hi, I am Wilbur and I will be bringing you today's weather report. Today is going to be very, very rainy, especially until about lunchtime. The high will only be about 68 and the high will be in the low 50s. It's gonna be an inside recess kinda day.
Hi, I'm Aiden, and I'll bring you today's interesting fact of the day.
Fact of the day!
Did you know that the RMS Titanic was as long as 22 city buses? That was today's interesting fact of the day.
Fact of the day!
All right, dad jokes about the military because, of course, it's Veterans Day. So here we go. What do hungry Marines eat? Sub sandwiches. What is a soldier's least favorite month? March.
Month of November, we are focusing on the character's strong attribute of gratitude.
Gratitude is choosing to appreciate things in our life, our world, and others, and not looking at the negative.
As we focus this month on gratitude, we are going to share with you examples of people showing gratitude by
Identifying emotions, emotion awareness, emotional regulation, emotion advocacy, understanding conflict resolution, and stress management.
Here to share some examples of the KES community showing gratitude is Mr. Butcher.
Thank you. Yes, this month we are focusing on gratitude. It makes perfect sense. This is the month of November. In November, we celebrate Thanksgiving, which is just showing gratitude. Gratitude is choosing to appreciate the things that we have, things and people that we have in our life and in our world, and not focusing on the negative. Today is November 11th, which is Veterans Day, where we celebrate and honor people who have served or are serving in our military. We have someone in our campus, on our campus, Mr. Anglin, who served in the military, and so we want to honor him. And then all those people, I'm sure people have someone in their family that has done that. I'm also grateful for all the people who have contributed to our canned food drive so that we can serve 40 families Thanksgiving. We have a total of 768 items. Third grade's the top grade winner with 233 items brought in. Mr. Rose's class is the overall class to do it, and today is the last day. Mr. Rose has 67 items. Miss Wood had 65, so thank you guys for bringing that in. I am very thankful and have lots of gratitude for you guys. Today's morning message is on courage, doing what's right, and responsibility. From time to time, we hear of a real act of courage, like a fireman pulling a young child from a burning house, or a war veteran who saved a life of a fellow soldier. But most acts of courage don't make the news. If you think about it, you probably see acts of courage every single day. For example, doesn't it take a great deal of courage to stand up and do the right thing when your friends aren't? And what about the courage it takes to keep going when you have something hard to do? And then there's the courage you must have to admit when you've done something wrong. Listen to this old American proverb: few people have courage enough to admit their faults. If that's true, then be one of the few, the courageous. If you make a mistake, admit it. If you're disrespectful, apologize. Be willing to own up to your fault and then make up your mind to do better next time. It's the right thing to do. With something to think about, I'm Mr. Butcher. Make today your masterpiece or not. Remember, the choice is yours. What would you call it if babies joined the military? The infantry.
Announcements we have for the day.
Please help Mr. Butcher, Mr. Newport, and your teachers keep us safe, which is their job.
Ready, respectful, and responsible student who is focused on graduating in the year.
Because when you are respectful, ready, and responsible student, you are focused on graduating. You are boldly committed to student success.
I am Serenity.
And I am Riley. Have an awesome day.
Today's Read Aloud is Veterans, Heroes in Our Neighborhood. We do read alouds for several reasons. The first one is so that I can model for you guys what good readers do. Good readers read fluently. Fluently means that they read the words correctly at a good pace, not too fast, not too slow, and with expression. This one is a poem, so I'm going to try to have a little bit of rhythm to me as I read. And then also, too, as we read, you want to ask yourself questions. What just happened? Why did it just happen? This one's kind of in a poem, so you may want to wait till the end to kind of do it, but you want to make sure you're asking questions as you go through your book and answering them. So hopefully you enjoy. Veterans in Our Neighborhood. The author is Valerie Funstein. Illustrator is Aaron Anderson. Author's person that wrote the words. Illustrator's person that drew the pictures. Today we learned about heroes, a really special kind, the ones who serve America and leave their homes behind. We read about the veterans who gave all they can give to keep our country safe and free so we can love and live. So a veteran's a person who served in the military and is a hero. Our teacher asked us each to name a veteran we knew. She said, "Now you may be surprised. It won't be hard to do." So after school, I asked my dad. He had amazing news. These heroes live right in our town. There's so many. Who can you choose? There are family, neighbors, friends who never boast or brag. We should all be reminded of their love for home and flag. The man in town who cuts our hair is known as Frank the Barber, but not too many knew he was a sailor at Pearl Harbor. The butcher at the grocery store who cuts the meat for stew was once a paratrooper. Wow! Matt served in World War II. And Walter is a Navy man who came to fix our heat. He once fixed boilers on the ships that sailed with the U.S. fleet. Our neighbor Jacqueline is a nurse who wears a uniform. She cared for wounded soldiers when she served in Desert Storm. Ernie is a firefighter. We knew that he was brave, and yet we never knew about the Air Force time he gave. And Edna, our librarian, had a son named John. He died while training in Iraq. Now she's a Gold Star mom. Our mailman is a volunteer who trains each year to serve. When duty calls, Bob goes abroad. He's in the Army Reserve. And Manny is a proud Marine who did a corporal's part. He was a wounded overseas and now wears a Purple Heart. We celebrate our Veterans Day, the 11th of November. We show our patriotic pride and promise to remember. Our heroes' headstones wear the flag from coast to coast in May. It's how we honor those we've lost and mark Memorial Day. We painted posters of our heroes and we marched in a parade to thank these men and women for the sacrifices made. But we don't need a calendar to celebrate the brave. We pledge allegiance to the flag and let those colors wave. It doesn't matter where they served, what service, branch, or rank. What matters is remembering them and offering our thanks. Thank you, veterans, for all you do.